Hi, welcome to the Boulder Bookstore YouTube channel. My name is Liesl and I am the young adult and kids buyer for the bookstore. And over the weekend, I had a lovely weekend. I spent all day Sunday camped out on the couch because it was kind of cool and the weather was chilly and we had done a lot over the week. So I just camped out on the couch and I read the last book that's coming out of one of my favorite series. The book doesn't come out until October 6th, but I did have an advance copy of it. But I thought I'd introduce you to some of my other favorite series. If you want to embark on that as the weather gets cooler, you want to spend some time on the couch reading with familiar characters and things. So the book that I read this weekend is the final book in a book that I dearly, dearly love, a series called The Queen's Thief by Megan Whalen Turner. It starts with The Thief. This actually came out in 1994, so it's been about 20 years since for this series to complete. There are only 4 books in it, but they're all super, super, super good. They're really smart and intelligent. This one is Eugenides is in jail as a thief, hence the title. And he says that he can steal anything. The setting is sort of a vaguely Greek, ancient Greek sort of setting, but it isn't entirely Greek, but it's got it's got its own mythology. It's just sort of really reminiscent of ancient Greece and politics and gods, and because the gods are walking the earth and the gods are influencing Eugenides a little bit in the choices that he makes and the things that he does. It does go on. Thick as Thieves, The Conspiracy of Kings, The Queen of Aetolia, and The King of Aetolia. And the last one is The Return of the Thief. I guess that's 5. If you picture Greece at sort of its epicenter and their different city-states, each city-state has sort of a monarch in it. And so there's intense politics and politicking and trade between the two. Between the 3 countries. This would be Aetolia, Edis, and Sunis in this particular story. Then there's the continental powers, and the Medes are also sort of looming and threatening. And there's a lot of really smart dialogue, great politics, as I mentioned. That she manages to interweave storytelling into it, so she puts in her own mythology as Eugenides is traveling throughout the countries. He is telling stories and learning about the country. It's a really, really super, just a wonderful, wonderful series. I enjoyed it very much. Lots of smart dialogue. One of my favorite all-time series from when I was 13 and up is the Dragonriders of Pern. Again, these have been out for a very long time because it's been a long time since I've been 13. And this is a bind-up, so this is 3 books in one. This is Dragonflight, Dragon Quest, and the White Dragon. These are the Dragonriders of Pern by Anne McCaffrey. The premise is sort of slightly science fiction-y because space explorers, colonists, have arrived on this planet. Centuries go by and they've lost contact with with Earth or wherever they came from. They are human, so I'm assuming it's Earth. So they've lost contact, so this whole civilization has sort of regrouped and regrown and lost the fact that they were actually from another place. There is a peril on this planet because when a moon comes close enough, it drops something called thread, which are these deadly spores that sort of go down and eat everything in their path. The way the colonists and the subsequent society has learned to deal with it is they actually genetically engineered and bred dragons. So they can feed brimstone to the dragons and the dragons flame the thread out from the sky. So you have this sort of society that's built up with the dragon riders on top as the protectors, and then this sort of feudalistic society of the farmers, the merchants, the craftsmen, and things like that. So it's pretty complex, but it's also vaguely medieval European, but with dragons. It's, when I say it out loud, it sounds absurd, but it's really great. So when you hatch a dragon, there's a big hatchling, and you get bonded with the dragon, so you've got this great telecommunication with the dragon. So it's comforting, so you get to talk to your dragon. And naturally there's strife because it's been 200 years since thread has fallen and people have forgotten about what the threat is. So the dragons have fallen out of disfavor. They're just seen as leeches on society, the Dragonriders as well. But the Dragonriders have uncovered some documents and some understanding that the thread will be back. And it sort of goes on from there, reestablishing the wares. This is, I mean, technically it's adult science fiction, but like I said, I read it when I was 12, 13, something in there. And they do have a lot of little offshoots. This one was fantastic. This is Dragon Song. As I mentioned, it's a feudalistic society with craftsmen and things like that. And also, not a lot of women get to do a lot of stuff out of the traditional roles. So Melanie wants to be a harper. That's with a capital H, like, you know, one of the bards. But she can't because she's a girl. So she runs away. And things happen, you know, as they do when you run away. And she ends up going to Harper Hall and becoming a harper. It was a fabulous, fabulous series for your tweens. I gave it to my daughter when she was about 11, and she cried and she laughed, and we all enjoyed it. And I went and reread them again with her because it was so much fun and I like them. Fantastic series. So the Dragon Song, it's Dragon Song, Dragon Singer, Dragon Drums, and oddly they did just release a new one called Dragon Code, which features one of the original characters from Harper Hall in the new one. I was excited to read that this year. It came out this year, so yes, I did read it. There are quite a few books in this series, but these are the main ones. She did kind of go off on this strange tangent with talking dolphins, which I thought was bizarre, but I still read them because they were fun. I liked them. Another series that has come out since I've been a buyer, and I don't read all of the series all the time because there are a lot of books to read, but occasionally I do find a series that's a middle grade series or a teen series that I just have to read the next one. And the Kevin Sands books, the Blackthorn Key, The Call of the Wraith, The Assassin's Curse, and Mark of the Plague are the 4 books that are out right now. It does begin with Blackthorn Key, but I sold it the other day, so we don't only have this one, but it's on order, so it's okay. Again, I guess I kind of gravitate towards medieval England, but they do take place in medieval Europe, but they're written in a more modern parlance, so a younger, modern reader could still sort of get a lot out of it. But there's code breaking, there's the plague, there are Knights Templars, there's history sort of interwoven in them. And I think they're really great. I'm really looking forward to the next one. I hope it comes out soon. This one is obviously about the plague, the other plague that's happening. The Assassin's Curse is the Knights Templar, and The Call of the Wraith is sort of ghost ships and pirates from Barbary. So again, he's done a wonderful job of mixing in actual history and using the knowledge of the time, because our hero is an apothecary, so he's limited to so he has to be able to use the materials that were available to a medieval apothecary persons, but he can still make a bomb, so, and poisons and elixirs and things like that. I really liked them. I hope you guys find something that you like too. I hope somebody picks these up and enjoys them. Thanks once again for tuning in to our channel, and good reading. Thanks. Bye.